Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me. My name is Paula, also known as the Snail Garden on social media, and I have an Etsy shop, Eva Faith, where I sell hand-dyed linen for cross-stitching. This is my July vlog. Slightly different this month because we've been very busy and had a couple of days out to air shows. And I'm going to put the air shows in a separate video because they probably aren't everybody's cup of tea. This vlog is going to be about our other days out, which have included some nice walks. And also, this weekend we are going to Highclere Castle, which is where Downton Abbey was recorded. So when I edit, I will put in some footage of our day out there. I'm recording slightly earlier this month because of the opportunity to record, and also that will give me a few days to edit. It always takes me a long while to go through all my videos and my photos. And then we are off again the following weekend to go and visit my parents. So I will come back in a moment after the vlog and share my projects with you. Welcome back. I have some cross stitch to share and a knitting project. And last month I forgot to share a couple of needlework related gifts I had for my birthday and something else that I found whilst shopping. My first project is Cottontail by Hello from Miss Mathews. And this is one of her Patreon designs. And I'm stitching this 2/2 on 32 count Lilac Blossoms by Eva Faith. Me. And this was available in my Etsy shop. I need to dye some more of this, I think. It's such a lovely colour. And I'm stitching it entirely in DMC 3781. It's nice chocolate brown. And he should have some patterns each side of him, but I'm thinking of having him as a shaped decoration for Easter. So I'm probably not going to do the ones at the side. And as we go further down, he'll have more leaves and shapes in negative relief on his body. I'm planning on taking this with me when I go to visit my parents. My second project is Spring Chickens Pinkeep by Stacy Nash Designs. This is the one that has surprised a lot of people by the size of it. And I am stitching mine on 40 count, and as you can see it's still quite big. And I'm going to frame mine as a picture. Now I'm using all the called for colours. But I have taken liberties with this design. Because I'm turning it into a picture, I decided not to put the basket of eggs here, and I have instead charted some leaves and flowers over this side to match this side. Excuse the headless chicken, I haven't got any further. And I just then have to finish my chickens, and there is a basket of eggs here and some little chicks around. So hopefully that will be finished by the end of August. I might even get it finished by the end of this month because I still have a week left. And I just have a few of these white flowers to outline as well. And that is stitched 1/2. I actually have a couple of finishes. The first one is the Spring Seasons of the Heart by Brenda Gervais. And I'm stitching all of these as part of the seasonal sal. And I have stitched this 1/2 on my 40 count Acorn. It's coming out slightly darker in the picture. It's more the colour. And I've used most of the called for colours, except a couple of the peaches, which I used from Stash. And with each of these designs, I am charting the name of the season rather than using the little card tags. And these are all the colours that I was using. I have charted summer and attempted to chart a Union Jack, which is quite difficult because it doesn't lend itself to being elongated like the Stars and Stripes. And I started putting together the colours. I love these blues. So that will be my next start. I have one more finish, and that is Tranquility by Hicks Creates, and the linen colour is about that sort of colour, and this is my 36 Puddle, and I have stitched 2/2, which is unusual for me on 36 count, but I wanted more of a solid look for the bird. And I've used all of the called for colours. And I have a little white frame I've ordered for this. So hopefully I'll have him framed to show at the end of August. I have one knitting project, and I have been knitting it in Life in the Long Grass finger and weight yarn in various colours, and most of mine were a yarn club over the course of 1 year. And I have been knitting the Find Your Fade shawl by Andrea Mowry, and most of my knitting is on Chiaogu needles because those are my favourite. I think this is going to be quite hard to show because although it starts off small, it's an asymmetrical shawl that gradually gets bigger and bigger. And as you can see, you fade the colours into one another. And there's this spine that runs up the centre of it. And this is hot off the needles. I literally have just finished weaving in the ends and I have yet to block it. And I think it will grow when it is blocked and be even bigger. It's nearly blanket sized. And this was the final colour. As you can see, it's quite wide at the bottom. I will try and insert a photograph of the finished item when I have blocked it. I now need to find another project. I'm thinking of knitting a cardigan. The question is though whether to knit a summer one or a winter one, because if I knit a summer one it's not going to be ready till next summer. I might just manage to knit a winter one. I've been doing a little bit of shopping and I needed some velveteen by Lady Dot Creates for some autumn Halloween projects. And you can't just order one little item, can you? You have to order something else. And so I ordered 2 patterns. It's lovely strawberry by Hands On Design and Mini Moon by Plumstree Samplers. I have the Christmas Mini Moon and the Spring Moon. So I do like hairs, so I have those to complete as well. I'm trying not to buy too many charts because I have so many. I want to get through a few more before I buy any more, but we'll see how that works out. We all know how that's going to work out really, don't we? And I wanted to do some more wool applique, and I already have the other Ornament Extravaganza book by Buttermilk Basin, and I decided to order this one as well. I particularly like the bird and the squirrel. So I'm hoping to make some of these ornaments. And again, you can't expect something to travel on its own. I saw The Best of Buttermilk Basin. This lovely book has wool applique and some patchwork. And a design that I had had my eye on for a while, but I didn't quite know where it was. And I found it in this book. That gorgeous sheep cushion with this little blanket. So this will probably be the first item I make out of the book. Because who doesn't want a sheep cushion? And who doesn't want to have his own little blanket on him? And I think there is probably a design for most seasons or months. So he'll be able to have a change as the year progresses. My family already think I'm crazy, so they won't bat an eyelid over that. The last items that I wanted to share were birthday related. I mentioned this lovely cushion by my friend Nicola of Bumble Stitches, but I forgot to share it even though it was sitting right beside me. And this was my birthday gift from her in June. This is beautifully stitched. I just love everything about it. And this very pretty ribbon that she's ruched. It's even got little birds on the back. And this is filled with fibre fill and crushed walnuts, which I always think are lovely to squish and crunch. And I have this sitting out in our living room. The other item I forgot to share was another birthday present. And this one was from my son. I actually saw this myself when I was at a sewing festival in Farnham. My son had asked me what I wanted for my birthday and I didn't know. Then I saw this. And this is a child's sewing machine. Complete with its little table clamp. And it does actually work. Just holding it a bit awkwardly there. I do like to collect vintage sewing equipment, so I was really pleased to see that. And then when we went away for a couple of days at the end of June for my husband's birthday, we walked into a charity shop and my husband saw this. He's good at spotting things. This was a child's weaving loom from the 1970s. I think it's 1977, I think. And just move the cross stitch. Came complete with its instruction book and all the parts. And 3 of these, the loom itself, and it doesn't look like it has ever been used. So another little hobby for me to start. And that is all I have to share this month. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy my vlog, and I will put up the 2 air shows as a separate vlog. Until the end of next month. Bye.